Hey guys, I'm Anurag and you are watching The Anurag Show. Yay! So let's talk about Mulan. Now, you all know the story of Mulan. Even if you haven't watched the animated film, you kind of know the plot. She dresses up as a man to save her country and blah 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 blah. But here's the thing. The live action Mulan, which is going to be released on 2020, that is next year, looks very different. Why is that? Now, let me tell you something about this film, this new one. It is not a remake of the classic animated film, and that is what people need to understand. If you were expecting or if you wanted to watch a live action film that was, totally the same as the animated one, sorry guys, this isn't for you. So this new live action film is an adaptation of the original Chinese legend of Mulan. Now, I know many people are disappointed and they are saying that they won't watch the film at all because there's no Mu Shu, there's no Shang, there's no songs and stuff. But I think people need to understand that Disney is trying to honor the original legend of Mulan, because we all love the classic animated film, but it was not well received in China. The Chinese people felt that Disney was being respectful. What am I saying? Disney was disrespectful uh, to the original Chinese legend of Mulan. Now, there were a lot of flaws with the film that the Chinese, saw, but one of the main reasons was Mu Shu, which is such a beloved character, and people are like raising hell over the absence of Mu Shu in the new film. But I think people need to understand that the dragon in Chinese uh, culture is a symbol of divinity. Like it's a very, how do you say, revered figure. The dragon is also associated with the emperor. Like the dragon is something that the Chinese people worship, and to see such a revered symbol of such a revered creature being portrayed in such a way in the animated film did not go down well with them. So for people to be complaining that, oh, there's no Mushu, what's the use of watching this film, I won't watch this film, grow the fuck up. This is not you. This like Mulan does not belong to Disney. They have adapted this story from a culture, and Disney is trying to be respectful to that culture, and you need to be respectful of that as well. Just because you want Mushu in the film doesn't mean that they will do that for you. They are trying to please a whole country that is a country with the largest population in the world. They need to keep that in mind. This is a second chance for Disney to make things right. They are trying to rectify the blunders that they did with the classic animated film. Now, we all love that, but the Chinese people don't. So Disney is trying to make things right with this new film, and I think people need to support it. People need to put aside their own opinions about, oh, they're not being like Mushu isn't there, and there's a lot of changes. Shang isn't there, there's no song. Oh, like Disney is not trying to create a musical with this one. They are not trying to create this funny comedic like all sunshine and rainbows kind of movie. They are trying to make a serious war film. And yes, there are magical elements in this film as well, with the witch and stuff. So yeah, but still, like, they are trying to cater to the Chinese audience, and they're trying to do it properly without hurting anyone's sentiments. If you watch the trailer, there's no Mushu, but we did see a glimpse of the phoenix. Now, you must be like, oh, why couldn't they have put Mushu instead of phoenix? Like, I already told you why. Because the dragon is a very, meaningful symbol for the Chinese culture, and they can't treat it lightly. Now, we don't know what kind of role the phoenix will play in the film. I'm sure it won't be comedic. I'm sure it will be like, oh, this spiritual figure, oh, whatever. But I just found an interesting fact that obviously in the trailer, if you see in the trailer, Mulan's father says that, oh, Phoenix is the guardian of the emperor and blah blah blah. So in Chinese, the phoenix is known as Feng Huang. So Feng means male and Huang means female. So the phoenix symbolizes the union of yin and yang, or male and female. You know, so it is like, so the distinction between genders is blurred. So the phoenix can be seen as a genderless entity or an intersex entity or whatever. Like, so that's very interesting, and I think it's more appropriate because we all know Mulan, a female, dresses up as a man. So even in her character, the distinction between the genders are blurred. So I think the incorporation of phoenix instead of dragon, Mu Shu, I think that was a very clever idea. So yeah, just search it up. It's very interesting. One of the main reasons why I want people to support this movie is because it is an Asian cast-led movie. If Crazy Rich Asians turns out to be the only Hollywood film with an Asian cast that, you know, that people go to watch and earns a lot, whereas other films with Asian cast don't do well, I think that just shows hypocrisy. Like, people just want to support Crazy Rich Asians because it was all about, oh, Asian representation in Hollywood, blah blah blah. So people went to watch Crazy Rich Asians for like to support the Asian representation in Hollywood. So it's like, you can't be like, oh, I already did my good deed for the day, and you know, I already watched Crazy Rich Asians for to support Asian representation, and I won't go to watch anything else with an Asian cast. I think if you have that mentality, then you should change that. So that is why I want people to support Mulan. I think it's very important to make its mark in Hollywood as a film with a full Asian cast. Now, Mulan already had a lot of controversies. It had a lot of disadvantages from the beginning because, you know, there's no Mu Shu, which is such a beloved character, and there's no songs. Like, come on, a Disney film without songs? And then there was no Shang. So because of these things, like, people were already against the film. They were already like, you know what, I'm not watching the movie. I'm not going to watch the movie. No, I don't support it. So because of that, Mulan already had a disadvantage. But then a scandal occurred just a few months ago when Liu Yifei, the main lead who is playing Mulan, she tweeted like in Weibo. So Weibo is like the Chinese version of Twitter. So there she tweeted her support for the Hong Kong police. So yeah, that was a disaster. Like, so she wrote, I support Hong Kong police and shame on Hong Kong. And we all know, I think we all know, I hope we all know what's happening in Hong Kong right now. So people were really, really upset at Liu Yifei for supporting the police against the Hong Kong people. So yeah, if you go on Twitter, you will see #boycott Mulan. So there's a section of people who are boycotting Mulan because there's no Mu Shu and no Shang and no songs, and I feel that's so stupid. Fuck you, bitches. You guys go and watch Mulan. Like, what's wrong with you? I've already mentioned why, like, I've already given reasons why there's no Mu Shu and stuff and blah blah blah. And come on, the trailer looks so good. But yeah, but there's another section of people who are boycotting Mulan over Liu Yifei's controversial statement. Now, I'm not from Hong Kong, I'm not from China, and I don't really want to speak about this issue, but I do understand why this caused such an outrage. Yeah, personally, I think it was not the best decision that she has taken. So yeah, I do understand why people would want to boycott Mulan over that. But aside from that, I still stand by my statement. I still support Mulan, and I feel like people should go watch and support Mulan. Mulan is my favorite Disney princess, and I feel very strongly about the film, so I just had to make a video on that. So that was it. Mulan is coming out on March 2020. Make sure to watch and support it. Thank you for watching video. Like, comment, and subscribe.